Back in 2019, there was this tennis player named Clint Garceau, except he kind of sucked. He made it to Wimbledon back in 2019, but he just really sucked. He had the yips or something, I don't know. He retired at the early age of 21, but he had an idea. What if he helped his little brother, who's about 8 years younger than him, to make it to the professional tennis scene? So that's exactly what he did after he graduated from business school. So he made the Garceau Tennis Academy. Now, William Garceau started off alright, playing against Daniil Stepanov in his first game, and he won his first game. You don't see that many players doing that, thanks to an easy 2-set victory. Just, yeah, simple enough. But his next game, he wasn't as lucky, as Samuel He from the United States beat him in 3 sets. The next tournament was in Hamburg, which he lost his game. Oh well. But then again, next time, we were in Colomiers in France, up against Moise Kouame. It's at the start of the season. Kouame's 0-4, Garceau's 1-2. But Garceau wins in 3 sets. Absolutely impeccable stuff, and moves on to the round of 16. He plays Joseph Mazingham, in which Mazingham kept it close at some points, but he ended up beating William Garceau in 3 sets. Tough. Next tournament, Niš in Serbia. We got our first bagel, and it was just an easy win against Salomon. Hoping that's how you pronounce it. And then we even won a round of 16 game. I never thought that would ever happen after an absolutely incredible drop shot. Just insane. But of course, we weren't as lucky as we lost to Olives Joe. It's probably Olives Joe, but I can't disrespect him because we lost. Tough. So then we move on to another clay court in Coral Gables, in which we win our first game on a double fault thanks to Paris Poitras just doing that. Thanks, man. But we ran into the unstoppable freight train that is Karol Obriel Ngonwe. He is a cheat code on this game, I swear. After that, we were up in Plantation up against Paris Poitras again, and it's not really much of a competition anymore. Yeah, but we lost our next game in the round of 16 in Plantation to Rashid Nawaf from Qatar. After that, we moved on to San Jose, Costa Rica against Jacob Olar from the United States of America. And to the Republic for which it stands, William Garceau won a game. And then we were up against another American here in Costa Rica, up against Maximus Dussault, or Dussault. Doesn't matter, we beat him. But we had to lose to American and Lorenzo Shabasi. Thanks for that, man. We moved on to Calgary, Canada, our own backyard pretty much, against Rohan Hazratwala from Australia. He only has 1 win on the season. This should be easy. It was easy. Super easy. But we had our next game against Ryan Nash in the round of 16. We won that too. Incredible stuff, honestly. And here we are in the quarterfinals up against Max Exted. We're better ranked than him, so I figured I'd simulate this game because we're better ranked. And I lost. We lost on a simulated game. I think we would have won if I watched it, but we lost in our own backyard too. Unfortunate. Next tournament, all the way in New Caledonia in Noumea, we're up against Hikaru Takahashi, who's 4-9, while we're 11-8 so far. Although into 3 sets, it was pretty simple, but oh well. Next game, Min Ho Ko from South Korea. Won on an ace, just incredible. We're moving up the ladder, quarterfinals against Karim Mambruk. Bageled him in the first set, 6-1'd him in the second set. And semifinal 2-set victory over Lieven Mitush. And we're going on to the final. This is our first final, and it's in New Caledonia. Love that place. We're up against Amar Husejnovic from New Macedonia. I mean, North Macedonia. Damn, did I actually call it Macedonia? North Macedonia. Yeah. The first set went to a tiebreak, which we eventually won thanks to the attacking play from William. And the second set, it was close at some parts, but we won our first final. In the beautiful land of New Caledonia, we won our first final. The confetti falls, and William Garso is a champion. He's like 15 years old. This is incredible. He's skipping school for this. But this can't last forever, and we lost to Maximo Zaytune in Edmonton. I don't know what's with us and not advancing very far in our own country, but it's not good. This is not good. Except for now. Vancouver's where it changes. Literally, the city that William grew up in, he beat Alexander Rezeki. Just too good, too good. But then, of course, we had to lose on tiebreak. Not only that, but a double fault on tiebreak. Ouch. Now we're moving on to Santo Domingo. First game against Kwok Shun de Son Shan. We beat him in 2 sets. Pretty simple stuff. Moving on to the quarterfinals. And then we played Denny Bao, also another Canadian that we see here in the Dominican Republic, and we beat him. Just too easy. Our next game in the tournament was up against Jeremy Zhang, and he aptly destroyed us in that match. We could have moved on, but we weren't going to leave Santo Domingo all sulky. We were going to stay in Santo Domingo. And that's what our next tournament was. In the very blue courts of Santo Domingo, we played Jules LaRue in the round of 32, and well, we won. Easy. And then we played Benjamin Martin, and we won. Easy. Then we played Vit Kalina from the Czechia, and we won. Easy. We're on to the semifinals, and we haven't dropped a set, I don't think. And then we beat Cooper Airy without dropping a set again. Easy. We're on to the final in probably like the easiest way ever. And we beat Huang Qingzhu in 2 sets. Easy. That's our second tournament win already. I told you we weren't going to leave Santo Domingo sulking. We just had to stay in there for another week. 2 tournament wins to my name. We're climbing up the ladder. And hey, even going off of that in Tampico, we got really lucky with that shot, but we're moving on. We're moving on. Then we play Mitchell Lee in the final. I don't know. I simulated all the other games because I didn't really care for playing 4 hours of this. But we did all right. Especially on the first set. We won 5-1 up against Mitchell Lee. And the second set wasn't much different, except Lee won 2 more games, but so what? We still won. Third tournament win to my name. Well, William's name. And it's in Tampico, in Mexico. Incredible. And we're going to Zimbabwe on another hot streak, beating Shimanov. And then we just keep winning games. At this point, I'm thinking like, we're never gonna lose a game ever again. We beat Philip Hanselin. Even though I don't think that really went over the line, but that counted as it for some reason. I don't know why, but they just did. And then we play Shimanov in the final. And we lost on 3 sets. I was heartbroken. We had to leave Zimbabwe. Sad. But we went to Larnaca, and well, we got absolutely destroyed in the tiebreak against Leon Zayorski. And suddenly that form that we just had is now all gone. Next game in Nicholasville, got absolutely destroyed by Giles Arnold Bailly from Belgium. And then in Plantation, we got bageled in the first set up against Albert Pedrico Kravstov and only won 2 games in the second set. And even in Lima, I figured we would do better in this tournament, but in the round of 16, we lost to Nicholas Eli in 2 sets from Argentina. But it wasn't all dark clouds, as in Cancun, we beat Schiabassi. Yeah, that's his name. We beat Schiabassi there. And I was like, oh, this is gonna continue. But we lost on an ace against Atakan. And, well, at this point I'm like, oh well. Nothing bad can happen from here. And that was the end of the season. Spain won the Davis Cup over the United States. Which, like, fair enough. Nadal and Alcaraz is like an unstoppable duo. Serbia lost Argentina in the first round, which is wild. But congrats to Spain. And Novak Djokovic stays number 1, with Nadal being number 2 as well. Fritz is number 5. Wow. And there's Daniel Evans, 33 years old. He's 19 in the rankings. Now, for Garso, he went 41-24. His attributes increased quite a bit, but this isn't the end of him.